everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we're doing something slightly different, super simple, like you can't get any easier. We're just doing some stamping. So if you're not into stamping, then click off now, because that is literally all this video is going to be. We're going to do like a little winter scene across these 5 nails. So we've got like 5 beautiful blue nails. I have so far literally just done 1 coat of Starry Night from Gel Perfection. It's an absolutely beautiful colour. Just done 1 coat on all these nails. And then next up, I just want a bit of shimmer like in the sky area of these nails. So I'm going to pop some glitter at the top, literally just like just a little bit, like just blended down a touch sort of thing. So we're going to be using 80636, yep, which is from Blue Sky. It's got a few specks of glitter in it. So we're just going to pop a little bit of this at the top of all these nails. It would be really helpful if it was actually focused, wouldn't it? So just a bit of this at the top, and then we're just going to use an ombre brush to blend it down a little bit. Don't want too much, like I don't want to completely cover the whole nail, because you're going to be stamping majority on the bottom half of the nails. So the tops are going to be pretty plain. So I just thought, you know what, we'll add a bit of glitter. That is my answer to literally every like everything that I have to think about. The solution in my head is always glitter. So I'm just popping that up here, making sure there's enough on there but not too much where it's not going to cure. So once I've popped that on there, and then I'm going to get my Blend It brush from Erin's collection, as always, because they're the only brushes that I seem to use now. And I'm literally just going to use that to just pull it down, pull the glitter down over the rest of the blue. Like, I'm not pulling it down really far, like I said. I do want it to stay majority up there, but I just wanted it to look like sort of like a twinkly, like night sky sort of effect. So that's the sort of look we're going for. So I'm just going to pull it down, not too far. I'm not really too worried about the blend either, to be fair. Like, I don't want a really big thick line of glitter, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really bothered about it being like a perfect ombre sort of thing, because like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of stamping in this video anyway. So if there is any areas that I'm not 100% happy with, I can quite easily just literally just stamp a snowflake over it and it'll be fine. So once I've done that and I'm happy with them, that is literally all I'm doing at the moment. I'm just going to pop those into the lamp. I'm going to put them in separately so then I can take them out individually. So I'm just going to quickly put these in here, and then I'm going to show you the stamping plates that I'm going to be using for this set. I've picked out some of my Christmassy ones. This set isn't necessarily like a Christmas set. It's more like it's like a winter scene, so it's more like a wintry set. Obviously Christmas is in winter, literally like a few days into winter, because people seem to forget that we're actually still in autumn until like 3rd week of December, but everyone seems to think like, oh, September's autumn and then it's literally winter for like months and months, but it's not. So that's funny, but we're going to do something winter inspired. So these are the plates that I'm going to be using. I'm going to show you them one by one. So we've got this one first of all, which is a Born Pretty plate. This is the code for it if you wanted to have a look for it somewhere. So this is one that we're going to be using. I'm going to be using this part of this one, just because this deer in here is absolutely beautiful. I really love this one, so definitely using that at least. And then so I'm going to be having 2 nails that are like majority like plain-ish. They're going to have something on them, but they're just going to be like trees sort of thing. So there's something on them that they're plain, and then the others are going to have like an actual scene on them. So this is another plate that I'm going to be using. I think there's just some really beautiful images on here. I absolutely love this down here, so I think I may use that because that is just really cute with a little hedgehog at the bottom. So I'm thinking I might literally just put something like this on the middle nail, just like a literal, just a Merry Christmas sort of like image, just to say Merry Christmas in the middle of it, or maybe this one up here, like just something like that. Like I want Merry Christmas on there, I just haven't figured out how yet. And then I may use something like down here, I'm not 100% sure, but then I want to use this plate as well, because those are like almost plain sorts of nails that I was talking about. Like I'm probably going to have one that says Merry Christmas on it of some sort, 2 that have maybe these trees on with a few specks of snow above them or something like that, and then the other 2 will have a scene on. So obviously the one that I showed you on the first plate, and then maybe this tree as well, just because I think trees are really cute, and obviously snowy white trees are very nice at this time of year. So they've all come out of the lamp now, so let's get started with stamping. I'm just going to get some kitchen roll, because stamping polish gets everywhere, and I mean obviously I know that's my fault because I'm the one that makes the mess, but Nonetheless, I still need the kitchen roll because it's still going to get everywhere, whether it's my fault or not. So I've got my stamper. I'm going to be using this one from Moira, as always. It's my absolute favourite. I'm going to be using this stamping polish, also from Moira. And then I'm going to be using this stamper from, I don't know which one, might be Caligula stamper, I'm not 100% though, so don't quote me on it. But so yeah, I'm going to be using that. I think it might actually be a Born Pretty one. I'm not 100%, so you know, it's one of those things. Just go with the flow, it's fine. So we're going to start off with this one. Obviously they're all the same, so it doesn't matter which one we start with. But I'm going to get my Merry Christmas sign first, I think, to do like the middle nail. I really have no idea which one, because I didn't really want to make it like a Christmas sort of theme. But then I think having like snowflakes and all that sort of thing automatically sort of makes it Christmas. I was tempted to have this little Let It Snow in the corner of this one with these underneath. So I think I might do that. Just then it's not quite... I think I might have Let It Snow down here and then those maybe at the top. We'll see how that looks. So let's give that a go. So first of all, I have already cleaned all of the plates with a bit of acetone to make sure there isn't any leftover like residue of polish like from previous times I've used them or anything like that. I'm just going to fold this over. I'm trying not to actually, I'm just going to get rid of the paper that's underneath because I don't need it for this bit anyway. I ruined so many pieces of paper just by doing that. So I'm not going to have the plate in the like under the camera because it throws my phone off a little bit having something so shiny underneath, and it's just a bit of a nightmare. So I'm just going to keep that out of the way and then try and get it to keep focusing on when I go to place it on there. So I'm just scraping off the excess polish and then picking up, okay, that went really wrong. Hold on one sec. So this is what happens if you don't take as much polish off as you're supposed to. Let me just show you what it looks like. This is what I was trying to get away with. I mean, look how much polish is on there, as if that was ever going to happen. So this is a good way of like showing you like what can go wrong sort of thing. Like it's much easier to explain when it actually happens than me just like talking about it. So let's just remove the excess. This is the only thing I don't like about using like stamping plates with like images like right in the corner, is that they're pretty tricky to get to. So I do get a bit complacent with those ones, which is not ideal obviously because then it goes wrong, but here we are. So I'm just gonna scrape off the excess. I'm actually going to scrape off like more excess this time than last time. I'm going to pick up the image. I'm just going to get rid of everything that I don't want. So for now I don't want those little deer things because obviously I'm going to place those separately. So first of all, get out of the way. And then we're going to place this Let It Snow message like near the bottom. It's so cute. I really love that. Oh, sweet. So once you've done that, I'm just going to get off the excess polish because I have covered up my little deer things. I might do the deers one by one, I think, just so I can place them exactly where I want them, because obviously just because they're this, I keep forgetting about the plate in front of the camera, but just because they're this far apart on the plate doesn't mean that's how far apart you have to have them on the nail. So I'm going to do one at a time just to make sure that I can get them exactly where I need them, because I might not necessarily have that much space on the nail. So we'll do one at a time, make life easier. So I've got one on my stamper, so I'm just going to pop him here. Very cute, loving this already. And then I'm going to get his friend. Well, I don't know if they're friends, I just made that up, obviously, because they're not real. Don't even know why I'm discussing it. But anyway, I'm just going to get the other one that's going the opposite direction. Obviously, you could use the same one twice as well. That's the joy of being able to do them one by one. But I am going to use the one that's going the opposite direction. And then I'm going to place him slightly closer than they would have been if I'd used the actual stamp like all at once. But I'm going to put him a bit closer to him as well, I think. So that's what I'm going with for this nail. Super, super simple. We're just going to leave that as it is. So they're sort of like in the air, like in the glittery part. And then we've just got a little message at the bottom. So that's, I'm happy with that. So next up, I'm going to do the trees on the two that I'm going to have very similar. So because they're on the same plate that I'm using, I'm going to use these trees down here. So I'm just going to make sure again that there's no product in there. I also like to like go over with my finger. So I always like do this and then go over with my finger just to make sure there's not any bits of like cotton or anything stuck in there that's going to also affect my stamping. And then I'm just going to place my polish over these trees. I need to get some more of this polish, to be honest, because I am starting to run out. I have got a lot of use out of it, so that's really good. This is what the trees look like. I'm just getting off that bit that I don't want. I'm not sure which part I'm going to use yet, but I'm just going to have a look what it looks like on the nail. So I think I'm going to go with the tall tree on this one. Try and save the other one as well. And then on this one I'm going to go with the smaller one. Just because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to stamp twice. But that was super easy, look, I literally didn't really have to do anything. And then all I'm going to do on these two is, there's an image here with some snowflakes up here, I'm not sure if you can see. I'm going to use those above these trees. So I'm just going to pop some polish above those snowflakes. Pull the excess down and off, pick up the snowflakes, and I'm going to get rid of everything that I don't want, which is all of that. I'm just going around that to pick those up, and then I'm going to just place these straight onto the nail as they are. Super easy. And I'm going to do that again for the other nail, but off camera, so you don't have to watch me do the same thing twice. So that's those two nails. Very, very cute. I love how they turned out. Super, super, super easy, but really effective. I've just stuck a load of cotton wool to one of them, which is not ideal because it's stuck to my stamp and I've just dropped it on it, which is annoying. So I'll stamp that one quickly again, but you get the gist. I'm not going to do it again on camera, but look at this fluffiness. What are the chances of that just happening that second? It'd be much quicker to literally just do it again. So I'm just going to wipe off the design and literally just re-stamp it. It'll only take a couple of seconds, but I'm not going to do it on camera because obviously you just see me do it, but I'm just going to do the exact same thing again, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. And then we can move on to the other two. Okay, that one's good as new, took 2 seconds, so it's all good. So these are the 3 we've got so far. So the other 2 we're going to do different images on. So like I said, I really want to use that one that's like, to be fair, the image itself is an actual bauble, but whose nail is that big? Like, that's ridiculous. So we're going to be using this plate next, which is the celebration one from Born Pretty. I use this plate every single year. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Well, mainly just for this image, to be honest. It's just stunning. So we're going to go in with, again, the white stamping polish. We're just going to paint over that image. Use a scraper to scrape off all the excess. Make sure that your stamper is nice and clean. Pick up the image. And this is what it will look like. It's an absolutely stunning image. I really love this one. I'm just going to place it on the nail around there. And then just make sure that that's all tucked under. So I'm just going to get one of these lipstick applicators and get a bit of acetone on it and just take it around the edge to make sure there isn't any hanging off around the sides. And then all of like the half done images, I'm just going to use this applicator thing to just take it off so it doesn't look really random. And just make sure there isn't any like white residue as well from the polish. And then that is that. So I'm just going to pop a snowflake at the top of this one as well, because can you have too many snowflakes on a Christmassy nail, like winter design? I don't think so. So for the snowflakes, I'm just going to use over here. There's a couple on this plate here, down here, that are really cute. So I think I'm going to use those ones. I might go for like maybe those 2-ish or those 2. I don't know yet. We'll see which ones look best. So I'm just going to grab those. Again, just going in with my polish, swipe off the excess, and then pick up the image. So this is what they look like. I'm going to get rid of those. I think I'm going to use the 2 bigger ones because they'll be more obvious. I'm just going to stamp those at the top up here. Very cute. I love how that one's turned out. So we've got that one as well. And then next, last but not least, I don't know whether to do the houses with the snowflakes in the sky or this tree, because I'm thinking we've already got like a lot of trees going on here, so we could probably do with the house. So I think I might do that, but we'll see how it looks. I'll probably end up changing my mind. So I'm going to use this plate this time. I'm going to use this area down here. I'm not sure which, probably around here maybe. I'm just making sure it's all nice and clean. There's no fluff on there to sabotage me. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to make sure my stamper is clean by rolling it across a lint roller. And then we can go in, and also make sure that your stamper doesn't get too dirty either, because if it does, it won't scrape off properly and it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So if you're struggling, that may be why. I'm just going to scrape off the excess again, pick up the image. Very cute. So I'm going in with, I think I'm going to do that bit. So we've got a couple of trees. So I said I needed a house and I didn't even go in with the house. That's a good point. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to use the houses. I totally forgot that that was the whole point of this, but never mind. I've actually decided that I think I'm going to use this down here because I just think that looks really sweet. So I'm going to give that a go and then probably just like put a snowflake above it or something like that. But it's nice and tall and it's really different to the other images that we've got on the other nails. So I think I'm going to give that a go. So I'm just going to scrape off the excess. I've scraped off way too much from that, but I'll show you how you know. So if you have a look at this, look, we've got a whole bit missing, and I literally knew the second that I scraped it off because you can see on the board that I pulled off way too much. And that's what happens, like when you start at an angle here and then as you scrape you get like further down, you end up like doing that and then it like scrapes out like that. So that's what causes that. So don't do that obviously because it's not helpful. So we're going to just do it again. So just going to clean the plate. I've cleaned my stamper. Pop some more polish on the plate. And then this time I'm going to keep, oh gosh, I'm going to knock everything over apparently. I'm going to keep my scraper at the same angle all the way down. Okay, I'm really sorry, but my phone just cut off and I didn't even realise while I was filming that, so that's really helpful. But we've got the image on the nail, which is what counts, so it's all good. I'm going to get a couple of snowflakes, but just a small, I think I'm going to use this one over here actually. So I'm just going to grab that and place it at the top left of this nail. Get that out of the way so it's brighter again. And I'm just going to place a snowflake just here. And literally that is all I'm going to do for this nail because it'll be a bit overkill if I go too far. But yeah, so that's those. I've literally just got a top coat now and then we can see what they look like all together when they're all nice and shiny. So here is the finished set. I really hope you liked them. I actually love how they turned out. They're so cute, and obviously stamping just makes everything so much easier and super quick as well, because obviously Christmas is a busy time, so there's always someone who books in for a plain set who then decides they want a design, and you then panic because you didn't book them out enough time. But obviously stamping is super quick. This set took me like next to no time at all. So definitely worth it. So I really hope you liked the set. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.